When your life's work is this close to the land, you form a unique bond with it. When your family has farmed that land for over 200 years, the bond is undeniable. For the Stokoe family, it's this land, the rich, fertile soils of their Wheatland, NY farm. That's the foundation of their life and has been for 6 generations. For them, farming is more than a business. It's a family tradition, a way of life, a passion.
Some of the best memories on the farm are always with a family when you sit down and talk about what's happened through the day. Whether you get stuck or just finish a good job, it's always revolves around the people and the daily jobs.
Well, starting in 1812, when this was pretty much pioneer country, Thomas Stokoe decided this was the place he wanted to be. He worked and earned a little bit of money at the Wadsworth estate. And since then it's been, well, I'm the 5th generation, and it's been pretty much single family farmed until myself and my 2 brothers were introduced to it. Since then, it's grown a little bit more than just a mom and pop farm.
My first memories are, the fathers going out and working the fields and Grandma taking us out and, oh, we're taking lunch to the crew, and yeah, you got to go play in the dirt and whatnot, but Grandma Stokoe, we called her Nanny, was the glue that sort of brought it all together.
From probably I was 5 years old, I was riding with my uncle on Farm Wall A, and he had about an acre garden. We disced and plowed and planted all the vegetables we wanted, and it was just, ever since then I had a drive from then.
Well, families spend everything, really, up until recently when we've grown a little bit more and it's turned into more outside labor, which it hadn't been up until the 70s.
The farm to me is a lot like family. When I was younger, I tried to keep track of how many acres I planted, how many times I went over these fields, and I kind of gave up on that. But by the time you tile them, you spray them, you take out fence rows and ditch them, you form a bond with them. They're something you take care of, and it's like family.
One thing I want to emphasize is Stokoe Farms wouldn't be here without the women, from the very first right up until the women that are here today.
So I am part of Generation 6. Generation 5 was 3 brothers, and how those 3 brothers worked together and grew the business was probably the biggest struggle that they had to figure out, the roadblock they had to get around. And they did a very good job at it, so that it positions Generation 6 in a way that we're able to work and focus the business moving forward.
Oh, I look back through my grandma's diary, and I was probably maybe 7, 8, 9 years old, and she said, well, Richard drove the horses back from Grandview Farm, and that she had that down in bold letters, so that was something that probably was one of the first things I did to help my dad to farm.
Since I've been here, I've seen tractors go from 85 horse to 600. I've seen planters with the only electronics being a blinker go to planters that are 100% either electric or hydraulically driven by controllers. It's hard to even cover all the changes that have happened.
I got into this line of work because I feel it's very rewarding. You know, walking into the grocery store and looking at the bread and wondering if that's your wheat that went into that bread, or go to the gas station and see it's ethanol and you're wondering if your corn went for that ethanol.
It's my lifeblood. Plain and simple, the farm is part of me. I live and breathe the farm. I enjoy the work ethic. I enjoy the drive. I enjoy the attention to detail that we have. I enjoy being around the folks that are here. We've put together a really good group of folks, all very similar mindsets. So it's a fun place to be.
Technology has boomed so much in the last 20 years, and we realized that the importance of the technology with the new equipment and the capabilities have far advanced our ability to manage them. So with the help of Rick, we've really been able to take it to another level on our farm alone. I think we make the best decisions because we understand our soil. We're able to bring it right through fruition for us. So it's been extremely valuable for us.
Did I know this was what I wanted to do as a career? No, not really. I started life in a completely different career path. Started out as just some computer help at the farm here, and it grew into an agronomy gig. It was kind of interesting. It really pandered to the problem-solving aspect of being an engineer, and it's just grown from there.
There's also a phrase I'll never forget. It's, if you aren't moving forward, you're always moving backwards, and that one's always talking to me in the back of my mind. I can remember Dad telling me probably 15 years ago that I needed to auto steer, and I was insulted with that statement. I took it as I couldn't drive straight, and after I did put auto steer on the tractor, it was clear to me quickly that what he meant, and it was very value added.
Getting better is just a natural tendency for me. I spent about 13 years as a very competitive amateur motorcycle road racer. So it's ingrained in my spirit that I want to be better. If there's somebody better than I am, I want to be better than he is. And then once I'm better than he is, I want to be better than that.
Two things keep me driven to get better. First of all is my family, to hopefully one day pass this along to my son and leave the business in bigger and better shape for him and his family. And also from the neighbors, because if they get, if you hear they get more bushels than you do, you're trying to do what you can and wondering how they did it and do more investigative work to see how you can get as good as they are.
What sets us apart from other producers is probably our use of technology at the moment. I think we've got a better handle than most producers as far as what that can do for you from an efficiency standpoint in a farming operation.
The future of Selden Stokoe Sons, in my eyes, is in a very good spot. The group of folks that we have right now are phenomenal, and I have nothing but good feelings about the future.
The farm means to me is a life or a lifestyle. It's not a job to me. I don't consider it work. I have fun every single day. I don't mind getting up at 4 or getting home at 2. It's just another day that I love, and it's just, like I say, it's just a life.